Let's talk about something that we all experience at some point in our lives: change. And no, I'm not talking about the spare change that we find in the bottom of our purses, even though that can be pretty exciting too. I'm talking about the change that can be a scary and overwhelming experience, especially for us moms who are used to having our lives revolve around the routines of our families. Whether it's a divorce, job loss, relocation, relationship or friendship ending, or any other major life change, coping with it can be challenging. But fear not, mamas. I've been through my fair share of life changes, and I'm here to share some of my tips and tricks that I have learned for coping with change. Welcome back to Beyond Motherhood with Lakeisha Williams, the podcast that empowers moms each week to redefine their lives through success, fulfillment, and freedom, one conversation at a time. Thank you for sharing your energy, space, and time with me. You're here because you are taking control of your life on your own terms and not letting motherhood define who you are, not waiting for the kids to get older, get out the house, no waiting for this or that to happen. We don't make excuses, we take action so that we can live in our dreams today, not tomorrow. First and foremost, it's important to give yourself permission to feel your emotions. Change can bring up a range of feelings, including fear and sadness, anger, and even excitement. It's okay to feel all of these emotions and more. Don't try to suppress your feelings or pretend that everything is okay. Instead, acknowledge your emotions and allow yourself to feel them. This will help you process the change and move forward. Last year, when I relocated back to the States and found myself homeless due to the craziness of the housing market, I spent many nights crying into a tub of ice cream. Okay, maybe more than one tub, and that's okay. During that time, I came to accept that change is an inevitable part of my life, and I've learned to adapt to it over time. However, it hasn't always been an easy process, and going through life-altering changes has shaped who I am and how I view the world around me. And through that particular experience, I learned to give myself permission to fully experience the emotions that come with change without judgment or shame. To help cope with these emotions, I developed a few strategies that works for me. One of them is journaling about my feelings. Writing down my thoughts helped me process them and gain a better understanding of what I'm experiencing. I've also found that engaging in creative projects like painting or redecorating my space is a great way to release the energy in my body and channel my emotions into something positive. It's like therapy, but cheaper. And let's not forget the power of music. Whenever I need a little pick-me-up, I put on my favorite playlist and dance it out like nobody's watching, because nobody is, except for maybe my kids. But hey, they're used to my weirdness by now. This method allows me to physically release any pent-up energy or tension and helps me feel more grounded. While also distracting my mind from the stress of the change, it's important to create a safe space for yourself where you can feel everything you need to feel without judgment or fear of being vulnerable. This way you can process your emotions in a healthy way and avoid taking out any unresolved feelings out on others. It's also beneficial to reach out to others for support. Talk to friends, family members, or therapists about your feelings and concerns. Hopefully, they can provide emotional support and practical advice to help you navigate the change you are experiencing, as well as to connect with other moms who have gone through similar experiences. Joining a support group or online forum can be a great way to connect with others who understand what you're going through and who can offer guidance and support. Humor, which is my favorite go-to for me, is also an important tool when coping with change. When my youngest daughter started pre-K last year, I was a mess. I couldn't believe my baby was growing up so quickly. But as I was walking her to her classroom on the first day, she turned to me and said, "Bye, Mom. I'll see you later." Such a fearless little thing. I laughed and I remember hugging her so tight. And it helped me realize that While change is scary, it can also be exciting and full of new opportunities. Attention all moms with an entrepreneurial spirit. Do you have a great business idea but don't know where to start? As a seasoned mompreneur myself, I understand the unique challenges and rewards that come with starting a business as a mom. That's why I wrote the book, How to Become a Mompreneur in 4 Weeks, to help moms just like you cut through the noise and overcome the overwhelm that often accompanies the startup process. In How to Become a Mompreneur in 4 Weeks, I share my knowledge and experience to guide you through a simple strategy plan that breaks down the process into manageable micro-action steps. You'll learn everything you need to know to take your business from idea to launch in just 4 weeks or less. From developing a strong mompreneur mindset to creating a financial plan that will help you manage your expenses and pay yourself a salary from day one, this book covers all the essentials. You'll also learn effective ways to market your business both online and offline, how to create a cohesive brand identity, and how to build a solid business model that will set you up for long-term success. How to Become a Mompreneur in 4 Weeks is your personal business blueprint. With my guidance, you'll be able to turn your idea into a thriving business in no time. Don't let information overload or the fear of failure hold you back any longer. This is your confirmation. Order your copy today by visiting Amazon for a soft paperback, or for an immediate download, visit my website, www.misslakeishavilliams.com/books. Another thing that's helped me cope with change is to focus on the things that I can control. Now, I'm someone who was diagnosed with OCD at 18 years old, and not being able to control things around me is challenging at times, to say the least. When I was being rejected from apartment after apartment last year, I felt helpless. But I knew that my children and I had a roof over our head at the shelter, and even though it wasn't the most ideal situation, I focused on gratitude. I asked God to show me what He needed me to know, see, and learn during this experience. Once I let go of the control, I had the opportunity of meeting so many moms and young adults that I was able to give advice to, listen to, and even advocate for. Through those conversations, it inspired the current book that I'm writing. And eventually, I was able to move my children and I into our own home. Letting go and focusing on not only my children, but others around me gave me a sense of purpose during a difficult time. Here's the thing. It's important to remember that change is not always a bad thing. In fact, sometimes change can be exactly what we need to grow and thrive. When I was laid off back in 2014, I was devastated. But it also forced me to get really serious about my business and being a full-time entrepreneur. I got clear on what I wanted to do, started taking professional development classes, and even joined a women's entrepreneurial group. And you know what? I met some amazing people and successfully launched my business. If that change hadn't have happened, I never would have made that pivot otherwise. Ultimately, coping with change is a process, and everybody's journey is different. It's important to find what works for you and to give yourself the time and space you need to process your emotions. Remember, change can be difficult, but it can also be an opportunity for growth and transformation. And by embracing the changes in our lives and working through the emotions that come with them, we can come out stronger and more resilient on the other side. So, my fellow moms, the next time life throws you a curveball, remember to give yourself permission to feel all the feelings. Find a creative outlet and look for opportunities to learn and grow. And if all else fails, just dance it out. You've got this. Hey moms, are you in need of some tunes to help you power through those Saturday morning tasks? Or you may just need to take a break from the world during the week, or you just want to vibe out. Then look no further than the Beyond Motherhood's Vibes playlist right here on Spotify. This playlist is filled with tracks that are sure to get you moving, whether you're cleaning up after the kids or simply need a moment to unwind. From upbeat pop hits to relaxing acoustic ballads and everything else in between, this playlist has something for all of those different moments. So put on your headphones or turn up the speaker and let the music take you away from the chaos of motherhood, even if it's just for a little while. Head over to Spotify now and give the Beyond Motherhood Vibes playlist a listen. All right, Mom. So to wrap up this episode, you already know what it is. Here's a little joke to leave you with. Why did the mom cross the road? To get to the other side of the playground to pick up her kids. Let me know if that made you laugh. Thanks again for listening to Beyond Motherhood. I hope this episode has inspired you to develop a healthier response to change and to give yourself grace during those times that we can't control. Remember, you are enough and you can achieve anything you desire. Design your day for success and have a great day on purpose. I'll see you next time. Hey Mom, are you thinking about starting your own podcast, or perhaps you're already running one on another platform? Well, let me tell you why you should switch to Spotify for podcasters. First off, Spotify has a massive audience with millions of active users streaming and listening to content every day. By joining the platform, you'll have the opportunity to reach a larger audience, especially if you're looking to connect with other moms or people in your community. Plus, Spotify for Podcasters offers a range of tools and features that can help you grow and monetize your podcast. You'll have access to detailed analytics and insights on your listeners, which can help you tailor your content to their interests and preferences. You can also create targeted ads to reach new listeners and even monetize your show through sponsorships and advertising. But perhaps the best thing about Spotify for Podcasters is how user-friendly it is. The platform is easy to use with simple and intuitive interfaces that even the busiest of moms can navigate. And if you've ever run into any problems, Spotify has a dedicated support team to help you out. So, whether you're just starting out or looking to take your podcast to the next level, make the switch to Spotify for Podcasters and join the millions of creators already sharing their stories and engaging with audiences on the platform. Your fellow moms and your future self will thank you.